Hello, good evening, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by default. How are you tonight, my beautiful friends? And how was your day? Did you enjoy your day? Did you have fun with my beautiful friends? Did you do the things that you love to do? And of course, be always yourself. Be always wherever you are, whatever form you are. Be happy and love what you do and do what you love. In the name of mine and ours, unconditional love and light. My beautiful friends, everything is by default. You need to know that everything is by default. So I'm sending you all my love and blessings and gratitude to all of you, my beautiful friends, wherever you are, whatever form you are. Welcome to all of you. You that following me already on my language, thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends. I love you. And of course, you know that the energy is very, very strong, even though that is in English. Even if you don't understand the English, energy is very strong and it's flowing constantly. It's changing your life forever and ever. So just open up your hearts. And so all of you are that follow me already, and the new one, my beautiful friends and golden souls and manifolds, welcome to all of you and thank you all. I'm going to do the activations at the beginning now. So whatever we after that, you need to know first that any subject that I touch upon, or any thought or any words that I say, behind that we are destroying those souls, completely removing them from within and without, and from entire planet and entire universe. And we are destroying the energy, taking the energy from them. Of course, the energy that they were stealing from us, we are taking it back, taking their power back, and then destroying those souls, sending them straight into the desert planet, which means that they're in straight into the hell, so they will burn forever and ever. So, my beautiful friends, you set up the goal. You need to know that mind and house unconditional love light, it's working all the time, and it's working, and it knows what is the best for you, what is the priority for you to work on. But you need to know as well that you may set up the goal, and if you set up the goal and intention, then of course that energy will answer to your intention. So if you would love to have help in any area of your life, whether it's health and well-being, or is it finances, or maybe social life, or maybe family and friends, whatever you need help with, you just set up the intention, and of course just say everything is by default. And I'm asking Sophie and everything that is mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light. This is Sophia's and ours, pure unconditional love and light, to whatever intention is, to remove all the obstacles, let's say, from my finances, from my love life, or from the health or anything, and replace it with mine and ours, with Sophia's. You using the Sophia's and ours, which means mine and yours, ours. Sophia's and ours, pure unconditional love and light, with the speed of thought by default. Everything is by default in the name of mine and ours, in the name of Sophia's and ours, pure unconditional love and light, with the speed of thought. Thank you, Sophie. My golden soul, my golden manifold. Or you may say it with your words, however you use, whatever you use your words, but just say that you're returning the karmas to those souls, Sama, and you are asking for help in any area of your life, and that you know that everything is by default, and everything is with the speed of thought, everything is peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden manifold. Which means, my beautiful friends, you just set up the goal, and you know that mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light, will be there to help you. Mine and ours, pure unconditional love and light, it's working constantly, and it's doing the work that is the most important for you. So we are activating the all our gifts and returning our power back, full power back to all of us. But of course, if you need specific in any situation specifically to work on, you, my beautiful friends, set up the intention. And of course, I may help you too. If you need help, you may contact me on my Facebook profile, on my other Facebook profile. You have them. You may contact me through the messenger or through the email address. On other Facebook profile, I have the email address. So you may contact me and just ask for the, so we can work together. Of course, as you know, I never put a price on my work. There is no price. you cannot put a price on something that doesn't have a price. No one's selling that, and it's nowhere to buy it. So my beautiful friends, it's up to you how much you can afford. So some people are helping, supporting the project on a global, on a monthly basis. Some of them, it's up to you really how much you can afford to contribute to the project. That's up to you, but I'm sending you my love and blessings constantly. So if you need any help with an issue, you may contact me so we can work together. So it's up to you really. It's just the exchange, the energy, how much you can afford, so that you can support the project, so they can take it on a much higher level for all of us, of course, to help you and each and every one of us that is mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light. In the name of mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, just focus on yourself, on your body, and feel what's going on within yourself while I'm activating the energy of mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light. So I'm gonna, sometimes I'm do the activations at the beginning, sometimes at the end, sometimes something in the middle. I'm just going on a spontaneously on. So it doesn't matter when I'm doing the activations. Since I got on live, energy is flowing constantly, freely of mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light. You are blessed all the time. So activation, I'm doing the activations even through every word that I'm saying. So all you have to do, really open up your heart and soul and enjoy the energy of mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light. So my beautiful friends, just listen to yourself. In the name of mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light, with the spirit of thought by default, I'm activating ultimatum, all-in-one soup of the blessings, eternal life, abundance and prosperity, joy, peace, bliss, unity between us and our soulmates and us and all of our families and friends and everything and anything, and everything and anything that is mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light, in every form, wherever we are, wherever we are able to form, we are everything that is Sophie, that is mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light. We are creating the unity in the name of mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light, with the spirit of thought by default. While we are destroying those souls that have ever interfering, that will ever try to interfere into our life in a negative way. So in the name of mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light, with the spirit of thought by default, we are enlightening ourselves. We are activating all our power and returning our power back to all of us that are mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light, with the spirit of thought by default. So we are ready to shine all the way through, to be who we are, mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light, to love freely and to open up our heart and soul, and of course to let go of those soulless AMMA and to replace that dark energy with mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light, with the spirit of thought by default. So in the name of mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light, with the spirit of thought by default, I'm destroying those soulless AMMA and the energy of the soulless AMMA and those dark, dirty, psychopathic players that are within and without on a global and universal level that have ever interfered into our life in any way, in a negative way, with the dark intention interfering, that will ever try to interfere. Wherever time, whatever form they are, we are destroying them with the spirit of thought by default in the name of mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light, and breaking it into the atoms and electrons and sending them straight into hell to be burned forever and ever in the name of mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light. All those soulless AMMA, all those dirty, dark, psychopathic players in the name of mine and ours, beyond conditional love of light, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, golden Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, I'm activating our full power back and youth and beauty. We are rejuvenating our body, healing and protecting and filling up with mine and now pure conditional love of light, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. You, my beautiful friends, just listen to your body and you will feel peace and joy and bliss, and you'll feel lighter and much happier. A smile may appear on your face, even that you don't know why. So my beautiful friends, a lot of people were talking about the smile, smile without reason, or love somebody without reason. My beautiful friends, you need to know that the natural smile is the best natural therapy. If you can smile from your heart, without any a smile from your heart, naturally you will feel that you will be peaceful and joyful and happy. And that's something, that's happiness and joy, and that's laughter and love that you feel within yourself. It cannot be explained. You have to feel it in order to understand. So to a lot of people, I am still, but those always some of it trying to interfere in my life, and they're trying to take my smile off my face, but they could never do so. Even though that, of course, they created a lot of problems, but still, I used to destroy those souls. I used to do so, and of course now, even now, I'm doing so. I'm destroying those souls with a smile on my face. Of course, sometimes I can be very, very loud and clear and demand the command of soulless AMMA straight into the hell when they project the energy of angry, the energy that they want to make me angry. My beautiful friends, at that time, I'm turning that energy, I'm turning it around and turning it towards those soulless AMMA into the form of distractions and pain and suffering, which means I'm not accepting, even though that they're projecting towards me. I'm aware of that, so I'm not accepting it, but in the form of karma, pain, and suffering and distractions of those soulless AMMA, turning it around consciously. So those soulless AMMA, they were thinking that if they're projecting the energy, low energy of angerness, or that I'm angry or about anything, or they were just making the reasons to make me angry. But of course, my beautiful friends, I know, I'm aware of that. So sometimes they were using to project direct projections through the physical form, but I'm aware of that. So I set up the goal that anything that I say, any words, any thoughts that comes through, or any words or any emotions from my physical form, I'm aware of that. That's I set up the goal that is a destructive energy for those souls, some in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, which means no matter what they project through me, whether those thoughts, words, or direct projections of words or emotions or anything, any kind of energy, that energy is destructive energy for those souls, in whatever form they are, in within and without, wherever time, whatever form they are, physical or energetic form. That's destructive energy for all those souls, because I'm aware of that. I am choosing whether to accept that or not, but I'm setting the goals and set up the intention that I'm choosing to be the destructive energy, to turn it around against those souls and to destroy them with their energy that they were projecting towards me. So the same you can do, my beautiful friends. You can do the same too. So instead to be upset or to act in a negative way, what you can do, you just say everything is by default. Returning back to those souls, everything that they're projecting towards me, that they were projecting, will ever try to project towards each and everyone else and everything, and that is less than mine and us beyond conditional love of light, we return it back to those souls, in the name of mine and us, in the name of SOPHIE and us beyond conditional love of light, with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is by default. Everything is peaceful in action. My golden soul, my golden by default. You just may say everything is by default. I'm returning karmas to those souls in every form with the spirit of thought by default. So in that way, my beautiful friends, you are turning every situation into your advantage. So those souls were trying to find the ways to make me upset, to upset me, to make me act in a negative way so that they can feed with the negativity. But of course, instead, I was feeding them and still feeding them with the karma, pain, and suffering and distractions, and I'm sending them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever, those souls, and breaking me into the pieces and atoms and electrons, and then destroying them forever and ever. So we have a choice, my beautiful friends. You may choose whether you're going to accept the negativity and of course any kind of negative thoughts, words, or emotions, or you're going to reject them, but reject them in a way that you let them go through your body and direct the energy through those through yourself to those soulless AMMA and destroy them forever and ever. In the name of mine and our spirit conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. So can you see that everything's by default? I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Can you see the difference, my beautiful friends? Let's just think about the time when you were upset, when you were acting angrily, when you were angry and upset on somebody or something that's happened. And then how did you react at that time? Just think about it. And now think about it. How could you do it now in a different way? So when anything that's happened that is negative, really anything, I laugh. If I throw something or anything that's happened, if I break something or anything, I just laugh about it. When I broke my feet, I was just, my foot actually, I was just falling down, like somebody pushed me down the stairs. That was when I was at university. And I fall down and I broke my foot and I didn't even know. But it was just, I was saying, I was laughing. I'm good. I'm okay. Don't worry. I'm okay. I'll be back tomorrow at work. I was laughing from my heart and soul. Or when I went through any kind of problems, I was laughing the most from my heart and soul, which means, my beautiful friends, when you laugh from your soul, from your heart and soul, there is no place for negativity, for negative energy within your life. And of course, they cannot do anything, no matter what they're doing. They cannot do anything, because mind and our spirit conditional light of happiness and joy, peace and bliss is much more powerful than the soulless AMMA's darkness and negativity and angriness and any kind of negative emotions that are projecting towards us. So what's going on, my beautiful friends? Which means you may choose whether to accept negative thoughts, words, emotions, or whether to reject them. And I'm working. Oftentimes now it's less, because we are ready to destroy those soulless AMMA. Of course, those main ones, we've destroyed them already. So now countless words, and of course the planet, stars, galaxies, we destroy those soulless AMMA. So now left those soulless AMMA in comparison that they were said they're invisible. Of course, they have no power, but we still have to destroy them. So now when they were trained, even that time, and now sometimes they will try to project the energy, and then through that energy energetically attack me, and then try to do in any way interfere into my work. Sometimes they're trying to interfere into my language. When you see sometimes that I put any kind of words, or that I'm usually talking very, very fast, very fluent in every language, in my language and in English. But when you see me that I stand at the moment when I pause or something, which means that those souls are energetically trying to project the thoughts of words through me directly. So that time I'm just stopping them, so I'm standing. So sometimes they're trying to make me any kind of grammatic mistake, but I don't care about that, because I'm here to tell you the truth, not to teach you language, but to tell you the truth. So even though they try to make me mistake, I don't care at all. It doesn't matter really, because the energy is flowing freely. They cannot stop the energy. So that's sometimes they're doing in my language, trying to push the true direct projections of the thoughts of words. So when they do that, they coded those words, they're trying to code them and then misuse them, but they cannot, because mind and our spirit conditional light is much more powerful than all those soulless AMMA or anything. So what you're going to do, my beautiful friends, if you need to be aware of that. I've been talking about that earlier. So which means you need to be aware of your thoughts, words, and emotions. So when you feel the negative thoughts going through your head, or negative, or through you, that you are upset or angry upon anyone, on any angry with anyone on anything, upset, it doesn't matter what those souls have projected towards you. It doesn't really matter what they do and what they're saying. How much is important what you do with that. So I'm all the time listening to those soulless AMMA, all the time, chatting, and lying and giving information, trying to manipulate, but I'm not accepting their lies. I'm just rejecting them, or I'm returning them the karma, pain, and suffering from any subject that they touch on. So what you're going to do, you're going to do the same. You're going to do the same, my beautiful friends. Anytime you feel any kind of negativity and everything that is less than mine and unconditional light, set up the intention. And of course, set up the intention. Everything's by default. I've done already. I've set up the intention for every one of us that is mine and unconditional light. That everything that we see, hear, do, think, or any kind of projections of those soulless AMMA, or that we wear, or anything, all those projections of those soulless AMMA, whether they are through the thoughts or direct projection, or whether they are in the dreams or in the visions, anything that they project towards us or through us in any way, I've set up the intention that everything is by default, which means everything is under the command or control of SOPHIE, which means that they cannot do anything with a bad intention. If whatever they're projecting towards each and every one of us with a dark intention, we are returning that with this. As long as we are conscious about that, we are aware of that, we are returning it back to the soulless AMMA in the name of man and unconditional light, with the speed of thought by default in the form of karma, pain, and suffering. We are breaking those soulless AMMA into the atoms and electrons. As I'm talking, I'm visualizing that. I'm breaking them. I'm just visualizing that entire planet and entire universe. It's just like, as you, just like you pushing the light ball and you breaking into pieces. That's how I'm visualizing that. Now I am breaking into the atoms and electrons, and then sending them straight into the hell, the huge fire, which means that's the hell for those soulless AMMA. So we are destroying those soulless AMMA in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are. So instead to be upset and to waste your energy at time and to let them to steal your energy, you may protect yourself, your energy, and of course destroy those soulless AMMA and return them the karma, pain, and suffering, so that they will go to hell forever and ever, burn forever and ever. So we have the choice, my beautiful friends, and we always had. Actually, it didn't seem to us that we had. But if you're aware what's going on around you, within you, then you have the choice. But up until now, they were giving us an illusion that there was a choice. Actually, within us, we always had a choice whether we're going to accept something that is bad or not, unless those souls are taking, directly projecting the things and doing the things through our body. That's totally different. When they're going through me, well, I'm working for a long time on the project, they're still trying to directly project through my body towards a world or anything to do. So, but that's mean they are the one that's getting the karma, pain, and suffering. Not me, my soul, because I'm aware of that, and I know that if they're trying to do something or do something, project any thoughts, words, or anything, they are getting the karma, pain, and suffering and destructions. So even though that it went through my body, I'm aware of that, and I set up the goal. I'm not accepting it. So the same you need to do. Set up the goal that whatever they project, any kind of negativity, thoughts, words, or anything, that you don't accept it. Everything is by default, and I'm loud and clear. You just may say, thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. In that way, mine and unconditional light is going to act upon all of that, whatever they do, and destroy those soulless AMMA. So in that way, my beautiful friends, we are protecting ourselves and, of course, protecting our energy and everyone around us. So wherever you are, what you're going to do, you're going to, in order to spread the love of light and to be aware of the things that's going on around you, what you're going to do, my beautiful friends, set up the intention. And then what you're going to do when you go out, what I used to do. Anytime when I go out, I would just open up my heart and soul. From my heart and soul, I would just say, I'm just spreading the fire of light. Fire of mine and now unconditional light. You're gonna say fire of Sophia's and now unconditional light, spreading around me, wide and far and wide. throughout the entire planet, entire universe. You may see that the entire you and entire planet, entire universe is filled with light, golden light, like is around me. So, my beautiful friends, that way you are protecting yourself, and it's the same time you are adding up to the light, into your life, on this planet, and of course into the entire universe. So you're gonna do spread the love and light wherever you go, whatever you do. If you go to work, what you're gonna do before you go to work, you just say everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default, which means you are thanking, you giving the gratitude to Sophie that created the unity of everything that is mine and asked me unconditional love and light. So you are thanking to my soul, to your soul, and to every soul that is mine and asked me unconditional love and light. So that's gratitude. You sending the gratitude. That gratitude is returning back to you in the form of blessings, which means you the more energy you're giving, the more energy you are receiving. So in that way, my beautiful friends, open up your heart and soul and just thank to everyone. Be thankful, be grateful. I've told you, thank you. Thank you is a magic word that is opening up new opportunities for all of us and shutting down all the opportunities for those soulless AMMA, except the opportunities to go to hell and be burned forever and ever. So thank you is coded. I've coded it with it's a destructive energy for those soulless AMMA. Well, it's the blessings for ourselves. And of course, you may as well, you're returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to those soulless AMMA, while blessing ourselves. So you need to be aware of that and then use it as many, wherever you can, really use it in every situation that you can. Thank you. I always used to say for everything, even now, for everything that really somebody does good things, or anything that I see that somebody does good things or anything, my beautiful friends always used to say, thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for being nice to other people. Well, thank you. Thank you for everything. Sometimes people would say, come on, it's enough of your thank you. Like, don't say it. It's like, for them it was boring because I was saying thank you. And I said, no, I would say thank you for everything, but whether you want to accept it or not, that's up to you. I'm going to use thank you because I know the meaning of thank you. At that time, it didn't have the meaning the way it has now. It didn't have the power the way it has now. But anytime we thank to each other, we are increasing the energy. Energy is multiplying, and you're blessing yourself and everyone else. So which means use it, my beautiful friends, in every situation, wherever you can. So, my beautiful friends, so we are blessing ourselves, we are protecting ourselves with mind and unconditional love and light, in the name of mind and unconditional love and light, with the wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, with mind and us blessings, and of course, with all those laws, rules, and regulations, so by default, and by all the technology and everything that we're using to destroy and flush those soulless AMMA. In the name of mind and unconditional love and light, and everything, guys, by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default. In the name of mind and unconditional love and light, with the spirit of thought, by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Golden Sophie. My Golden Sophie, my Golden by default. I love you. So we are destroying those soulless AMMA without mercy, with the spirit of thought, peacefully in action. My Golden Soul, my Golden by default. I love you. So now, in the name of mind and now speak unconditional love and light, with the spirit of thought by default, we're going to destroy those soulless AMMA, the dark energy. This is those any in physical or in energetic form. In a physical, I call them soulless AMMA because they don't have a soul; they have only energy. But they are on the physical form, they are known as a Cabal, Illuminati, Satanism, Mason, and Globalists, or those in energetic form, fallen angels and demons and under different names, or those in the physical form, so-called divine mothers or fathers, or so-called spiritual teachers or spiritual healers. I'm not saying all of them are soulless AMMA, but there are many of them. They're calling themselves avatars or spiritual teachers or healers or magicians, and those soulless AMMA that were infiltrated into the religious. So those soulless AMMA, we are now to all those soulless AMMA and to all those creators, so-called creators, and those soulless gods and soulless saints, and those that were pretending to be the creators, soulless creators that were interfering into our lives, into humanity and our beautiful planet. And they gave me the name. So soulless SOPHIE Tristenko, soulless Mirjana, and they said that it's the one that was watching what was going on, like a watcher. He was watching, they were watching what's going on, but not acting upon. And actually they were doing with the bath attention, with the dark attention, working against humanity on a beautiful planet, but we're now destroying them. And then Hitler, I met Hitler, his incarnation in a physical form. He was incarnated under the name of Christopher Howard and other names into this time on this planet. And the Christopher Howard, that is incarnation of Hitler, is incarnated in USA. I met that evil soulless AMMA in London. I went to his seminar, so I saw what he was doing, that he was doing the magic and of course stealing the energy from the people and the money, manipulate with the mind of the people. So my beautiful friends, so we destroyed Hitler and Susie and all those as well. I met them that called them divine mothers or fathers. Soulless Amrita, Babaji Mira, Guruji Matriarchi, Tata Hitler, Atma Chaitanya, Hussein Amchilovich, and all those so-called light workers or teachers or healers or spiritual, but they don't have a spirit. They used to call themselves spiritual teachers and healers, but they don't have a spirit. So how could they be spiritual gurus when they don't have a spirit? They have only energy. With the spirit, we have a soul. We have a soul, we have energy, and we have a physical form, which means we have the intelligence, we have the wisdom and knowledge. Those soulless AMMA have the script. So they're just programmed, they have the program, they're programmed, and then they're doing the things in the same way over and over again, according to the programs. But well, mind and asking unconditional light, we may create the programs. And of course, we have the wisdom and knowledge. We're thinking, we are thinking in the moment. So we are creating the things spontaneously from the heart and soul, and we have the wisdom and knowledge that those soulless AMMA don't have and never will. But it's time for them to let them go and destroy them forever and ever. So in the name of mine and ask your unconditional love and light to all of those soulless AMMA, a soulless, dark, dirty, psychopathic players, and activating ultra ultimatum all in one soup of the therapy, karma, pain, suffering, eternal hell, forever and ever, in the name of mine and ask your unconditional love and light with the spirit of thought by default, to burn forever into the hell, to regret that they ever were born, and to break them into the atoms and electrons in the name of mine and ask your unconditional love and light. All those souls, some dark, dirty, psychopathic players with the spirit of thought by default, and we're freezing them. And we are completely freezing them, taking their power and their energy with the spirit of thought by default, putting them into the sleep, shutting down their cameras and their senses with the spirit of thought by default, completely wiping out their memory, and they're shutting down their communications, cutting off all those communications to all those souls, some with the spirit of thought by default. And with the spirit of thought by default, we are destroying all those souls, in every form, and doing whatever needs to be done in order that they cannot do any kind of, that they cannot act in any way So with the speed of thought, we are freezing all the technology that they were misusing. And of course, we are freezing all the weapon that they were misusing in the name of mind and our unconditional light with the speed of thought by default. We're destroying it together with our soulless AMMA with the speed of thought by default. And everything is done by the laws, rules, and regulations or by default. And in the name of mind and our unconditional light with the speed of thought, we multiply it over and over and over and over again with the speed of thought for everything that those soulless AMMA were ever creating and that ever created with the dark intention, and for multiplied by those psychopathic dark dirty players and their dark dirty work and their script and everything that they've created, that they've done with the dark intention, and we multiplied by every atom and electron that ever existed, by every coded or words coded is spoken or energetic code that ever existed, by all those black magic curses, hexes, spells, and all those rituals, dark rituals and ceremony and any kind of anything that they really did, any kind of associations and everything and anything that is less than mind and auspic conditional light that they ever projecting, will ever try to project towards each and every one of us, towards us that are mind and auspic conditional light, towards us and our soulmates and our families and friends and everyone and everything that is mind and auspic conditional light within ourselves in our life that ever interfere in directly or indirectly in any way. We destroying all those soulless AMMA. We are not accepting anything that's less than pure conditional light. We're wiping out all those soulless AMMA together with all the dark creations, the projections, and those codes, any kind of codes, and everything, all those chatting and everything that they were ever projected towards each and every one of us, that is mind and aspect conditional light. I'm sorry. In the name of mind and aspect conditional light with the speed of thought by default, we are completely wiping out all those souls together with their dark dirty work and return them everything into the pain, into the form of pain and suffering and karmas, and they send them straight into the hell to be burned forever and ever. All those souls with the speed of thought by default. In the name of mind and aspect conditional light, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Which means, my beautiful friends, I'm activating the karma's pain, the suffering to those souls that ever projected will ever try to project towards each and every one of us and everything. So probably some of you may ask, what is the karma? Karma to all the problems that you ever had in your life, that everyone had, that those souls were projecting them. So we're returning them back into the form of karmas. Those are the problems. So we are returning them and multiplying them back over and over again in the name of mind and aspect conditional light. Everything is done by the laws, rules, and regulations, so by default with the speed of thought. I'm loud and clear, and we destroy them without mercy with the speed of thought. I'm loud and clear. With the speed of thought by default, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends means, what does it mean? Which we are activating to those souls all the pain and suffering that they were created and projected towards each and everyone and everything. We are returning it back to those souls and destroy them with their karmas, with their dark, dirty work that they were projected towards each and everyone and everything. So all souls go to hell, go to hell. All souls go to hell forever and ever. All souls burning in hell, burning in hell, burning in hell. All souls burning in hell forever and ever for eternity. So those soulless, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, soul. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. All soulless, I'm gonna burn in hell forever and ever in the karma, pain, and suffering. So that they're ever projected, created towards each and everything that we're planning to create. And we multiply all of that by the everything by the laws, rules, and regulation. We multiply, add up, and we compress, and then of course, and then we prescribe it. I'm saying the way they're doing that, the prescriptions, the doctors, that's how I'm prescribing them the therapy that they will have to. I have to go through all that pain and suffering that they were created towards each and everyone, and everything that they were projected towards each and everyone and everything. In the name of mind and ask unconditional light with the spirit of thought, I'm commanding to all those souls to go straight into hell, to be burned forever and ever, and we break them into the pieces and the atoms and electrons and send them into hell to burn forever and ever, to regret that they ever existed, and to be completely wiped out forever and ever, to go cut into the pieces and destroy forever and ever, for eternity, into the hell. All those souls, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Everything is done without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, golden Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, as you know, the those souls are creating a lot of problems on the global and universal level, not just in our lives and the lives of humanity, but all on a global and universal level. A lot of problems they're creating. That's what the reason why they were creating the divisions, the political, according to the politics, and the one side, the one is this side, the other one on the other side, and they're creating the division, and of course, according to the religion and the color, and then they were actually what they were doing, deliberately dividing the people and then trying to manipulate with us and then trying to separate us. When we are united together, no matter what religion you were born in, it doesn't really matter. The most important is whether you have a pure heart and soul. I'm sorry, whether you are from mind and unconditional light, or whether from the dark. So I'm sure all of you are mind and unconditional light. As long as you're listening to and you are searching for the truth, your soul is ready to shine all the way through. So that's how you're going to know that you are ready. And you need to know that you have I've been talking about that earlier. You need to know that you have the wisdom and knowledge within you that you even didn't know. You were not aware of that. You didn't. Many people cannot even imagine what potential they have within themselves, that they're not aware of that. So I'm activating all your knowledge and wisdom, all the potentials that you have. We all have gifts within us. We are all unique, but at the same time, we are all genius. We have the power within us. We have the wisdom and knowledge that's within our soul, but we need to activate it. Up until now, not many people had access to that wisdom and knowledge. Well, I was going on my path towards the enlightenment. I didn't have that access to that wisdom and knowledge, even though that I knew that I had it. I knew that it was within me. I felt so much power. I felt that, and the information said just internal knowledge I had. So, but I didn't have the access to that wisdom and knowledge that I have right now. Why? Because you were not ready to receive that wisdom and knowledge. People were not ready, because I'm, my beautiful friends, I'm an open person, and I'm honest. I'm honest. What I see, what I do, I say it the way it is. I'm not going to go around and change it. The way it is, I'm going to say the things the way they are. I'm not going to say this one is that. If it's something black, I'm not going to say it's a white. It's a black, it's a white. So I'm going to say the things the way I do it, I see it, and that's how I'm going to say it. But some people will try to create it, remask it. I'm not going to masking anything. Everything that it is raw like that is the truth. I'm telling it. So sometimes people will say, don't say that like that. I'm saying, why not? I'm just saying what it is and what I'm feeling and what is the right things to do. So, and a long time ago, since I started doing the project, working on the project, I was telling the truth to the people, actually, what was happening and everything, but people couldn't, and what I was planning to create, but people couldn't understand that. They couldn't understand that. They couldn't even think about it, but not that mine and us because I wasn't able to do so, but those soulless AMMA were projecting the energy and interfering into our lives, and then trying to prevent the people to get to know the truth. So they were spreading, they were actually compressing, they were pushing down the informations, and then trying to, not decompressing, but pushing down the informations, and then hiding the informations from the people in order to misuse their energy, and of course to steal their power. So that's what they were doing through the religion, through the government, through all the different systems. So a lot of people assume if they have the position, the high position, they assume, they think that they are the one that have the power on your life, that are over you, that they have they think that they have the right to interfere into your private life, into your identity, and of course into your privacy. They cannot. Now our human rights is we have our privacy, and they cannot really they cannot interfere. They're breaking the human rights, that they will have to, of course, they have to answer for that and to be punished for that. So which means many places where I was working, I've told you I've changed over 50 jobs. So now we're destroying those soulless AMMA. Some sounds, when you hear the loud sound around you, any kind of sound around you, you just say, that's destructive energy for soulless AMMA. That's it. Everything is by default. So those soulless AMMA now around, there is a building, it's almost done here. And so the soulless AMMA often creating some kind of sounds and everything in order to misuse it. But what I'm doing is just turning it into advantage. So now we're destroying those soulless AMMA, activating all the technology that we're using to destroy those soulless AMMA with the speed of thought by default. In the name of mine and us, be unconditional light, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, which means that those people, the soulless AMMA that went to the power, that were on the higher position, whether that it is in the religion, in the governments, or in the systems, wherever they are. So in any position, even in the corporations, wherever they are, when they get a position, they were thinking that they have the power, that they were above the people, and they were giving themselves rights to look down at the people and to behave to behave really badly. I never accepted that. I never let anyone to do that, because whenever people start to do that, I would always say, no, this is not place for me. Bye. I'm coming back tomorrow to pay me, or pay me right now, and bye, I'm leaving. So you need to know your rights. Wherever you are, whatever you do, you need to know your rights. When you know your rights, you and of course you need to know the laws, rules, and regulations of the any corporations or anywhere. So when you know that, no one can stand on your way. You will have to be brave. I never think twice about leaving the job or anything. When I said if it's not right, if the things are not right and the way they should be, I would just say bye. I'm not here. I'm not staying here, and I'm not letting anyone to break my human rights, and of course to do anything that is against my human rights, of course, and against my will. So my beautiful friends, this is really important that you understand. Wherever you are, whatever you do, what kind of job you are working at, it doesn't matter. The most important is first that you respect yourself. You need to know that no one is above you. No one is, whether it's employer or your employee, no one is above you. You need to know that. We need to love and respect each other and help and support each other. Honestly, from my heart and soul. And then don't let anyone to be the boss on your life. So those soulless AMMA, what they were doing, they were making themselves not the boss of the company, of the corporations, but they were making themselves to be the boss of our lives. No, they cannot do that. I've been doing that. I've been, my beautiful friends, I always was one that was standing out where I was. In one corporations where I used to work, I'm just gonna tell you stories so that you can that you can understand what I've done, and of course what you need to do wherever you are. So don't be afraid to change the job. Don't be afraid of anyone or anything to stand up for your right firmly, which means you need to believe in yourself, within yourself. Of course, respect yourself first. One corporation, when I was working, it was in London. That was a hotel. And I used to work at the reception. So I used to work at the reception for 3 days, actually 3-4 days, but from 7 till 11. And because I'm a very energetic person, I like to do the things so I would do everything. In the first shift, I would complete everything that I need to do, checking in, checking out, payments, everything I would take. And then after that, for me, the afternoon, it was boring. And it was just too long for me to be in one place. So my beautiful friends, I'm not sure how long, and not really. I think a few months I was there. But then what's going on? The boss that was the boss of the hotel, he thought, he was from I'm sure Arabia, some Arabic man. So he thought he was with the pretending to be the boss, big boss. So he was thinking that he's gonna make him, that he's gonna be boss on my life, or the way he was pretending on the other people, ordering him what to do. I'm in a friendly way, with the respect, of course. I'm there to work. So the most important is that you do your job, do it perfectly. When I do it, I do the work perfectly. I never leave anything behind me, anyone to do my work, my job, and I used to do the work of other people. So what I did, my beautiful friends, he wasn't really fair. He was behaving badly, and I just ignored him. I completely ignored him. He would come in the morning, he would say good morning, I would just turn around, and I was working for him in his company, and I wouldn't talk to him. And then when he would say, everyone asked him something, I would just answer if his name. He realized that they want to talk to him, that he broke the the rules and laws, and of course that I didn't allow he to be the boss of my life or anyone. So when he would say something, it would just greet me. I would just turn around and I will make myself busy. I didn't even talk to him. And of course, after that, I left the job. So I found another job. Of course, I never thought twice about the changing the job, because I knew that I can find the job. You can find the job, my beautiful friends. If anything, remember this: if anything doesn't go according to your plans, you need to say, "Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. I know that you have something better for me. Everything is by default." And believe me and trust me, my beautiful friends, that for you will open up new opportunities that you can never even think of. So which means that I believed in myself. At that time, I used to say, "Thank you, God. I know that you have something better for me." And I would laugh. And I would laugh and thank, and I know, and I was sure that I will find much better place, much better job or everything. Even the place when I needed to change the place where I was living as well. At the last day, I needed to change, to move out from the place. And I didn't have time, because at that time I was working in two places, at the museum, and I was working at the college. So from 9 to 5 at the museum, from 6 to 9 in the evening, I was teaching IT. So I didn't have time to look for a room, to look for the flat or for the place. But I didn't really care. I knew that I will find out. I didn't bother. But some of the colleagues were asking me, "Did you find a place to live?" I said, "I will find, don't worry." For one day, I found everything. I just got everything right, and I'm much better than I could think. Which means, my beautiful friends, if you believe in yourself, if you do the things right way, everything, mind and aspect conditional love light, will always be there. Will always will be there to help and support you, which means believe in yourself first and believe in mind and aspect conditional love light. So I've told you that I've been changing the jobs. I've changed many jobs, more jobs than anyone else on this planet. And of course, I fire more mentors and then those employees, so-called employers, and then mentors, so-called, fire more than anyone has ever fired on this planet. Everyone, sometimes I would think if one day will go that I don't fire those so-called mentors that were pretending to me, I would say, wow, strange that I didn't fire them today. So my beautiful friends, why I'm saying this to you? Because I want you to be strong, to know what you want, and to stand up for your right. Don't let anyone to break your human rights and to make themselves boss of your life. A lot of people taking that. A lot of people thinking that if they are there on the position higher than you, that they have a right to order you, that they have a right to look up and look down upon you. No. They often they used to look down at the people like, wow, they are the boss. No. When I was in London, I went for an interview in McDonald's. So my beautiful friends, I'm telling to you these things, this story from my experience and from my life, because I want you to be strong, to believe in yourself, and to protect yourself. I went for an interview in McDonald's. And of course, in McDonald's, you know that they're paying very, very low. It's a minimum wage. But still, at that time, I was looking for a job. So I found that out and said, let me go to see. But I was looking for a job, but I never accept everything that I found. No, I was still choosing what kind of job I'm going to accept. So I went for an interview. It was a black guy there, so it's a manager. So he started asking the questions, and he said to me, what? Because it was on the, you know, just on the till, to work on the till, to take the payments and give the drinks and everything. So I went and applied for that position. When I went there, he said to me, what would you do if the manager come to you and shout at you and then score you? And I said, what? I said, I wouldn't allow that. I wouldn't allow anyone to shout at me without reason. If there is any reason, we are the people and we need to talk to each other, respect each other, talk to each other nicely, respect each other. And if anyone shouts at me, I will shout back. So my beautiful, I wouldn't allow that. So my beautiful friends, then the second question was, and I said, no. If there is any kind of, any reason for shouting, and I said, then it can, you know, anyone can tell me if I make mistake. No one is perfect. Everyone can make mistake. Anything could happen, you know, that you can make mistake. But if that's happened in a nice way, we can remind each other and help and support each other and just give us, you know, let us know. So, and I didn't accept that. So the second question was, what if the manager comes to you, you're working at the till, and the manager comes to you and asks you to go to clean the toilet? And I said, no, I'm sorry, but I'm not applying for the position for the cleaner. I'm applying to work, you know, for the position at the till. So I wouldn't do that. So of course, my beautiful friends, he didn't have any more questions. That was he said, of course, I will let you know. I'll call you back, let you know. I thought, no, you don't need to call me back at all. I wouldn't accept that job. So my beautiful friends, can you see? So he was a manager. So what kind of question he was asking me? If he was saying he was giving the right to the managers to shout at the colleagues. Imagine that. So he was pretending to be the boss, big boss, and then as well he was giving that that right to the people, the managers that he was placing them, to shout at the other people. No, I said no. And I said, what do you mean that I'm to go from the till working with the food and then go to clean the toilet? I said no. So can you see, my beautiful friends? If you've seen or met somebody like that, you don't accept that. Shout back if it's need to, but in a nicely way, not the shout to argue, not in the sense to argue. I didn't argue with them, but with a smile on my face, I've told them that I wouldn't do that, I wouldn't accept it, and that wasn't even an option. So you as well, my beautiful friends, don't be afraid of changing the job. Love what you do. Do what you love. And if you're at a place that you're working, but if you don't like it, change your attitude towards the work. Change your opinion. Change your the way you think about it. You're the one that need to change the things around. I'm here to help and support you. I'm sending you energy and everything that you need to, but you are the one that need to decide to create, to make a change. I won't do it for yourself, but I'm sending you energy and all the support and everything that you need to. But you're the one that need to decide whether you're going to accept that or not. So my beautiful friends, when I was working at the college, I was working at 2 colleges at some time, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, one college, the other Thursday, Friday. Then after that, when I started working on the project, when I made those SOULESS AMMA, I just left one job and I just left one, and then I was working for a couple of days at the other college. And then after that, I've told you, when I just felt it wasn't right place to be for me there anymore, I just left it. And I didn't think twice whether I'm going to find a job or not. I was doing some private lessons, teaching maths and science. So I always find a way, and of course, and never think when I'm gonna find the job. So a lot of people thinking, "Wow, I have to be. They have to listen everything. Or they have to listen. I mean, they have to listen what they're saying, and they have to be, like, wow, just to keep the job." No, no, my people friends. But everyone knows me. When I was working with people know me. All those that are me, and the managers couldn't say anything to me because I was doing really perfectly job. I would do more work in one day than other people in 10 days. I will do my job and their job, helping them. And of course, I'll go out of the way and do so much more, because I'm the person that want to be productive. I want to create the things I want to around me, create a better life for all of us. And of course, to make my day and their day, your day. So, but with the other things, with some other people, they would just stand there like like the statues. They would just stand there and waiting for the people to come to talk to them, or would just separate really and gossip. They would just turn their back to the people and then talk to each other and gossip. I never accepted that. So when one day they're asking you, because I was always full of ideas and creativity, and always I would make every place, even if it wasn't busy, it wasn't working, I would make it work, because I was talking nicely to the customers and to people. And then of course always I was blessing everyone and laughing and smiling and making their day. If people will come back, and then of course, even if it wasn't much work there, or I don't know, it wasn't working very well, I would do everything and then create it. In some place where I worked, they said to me, "Wow, there is no work at all. It's just really so quiet." And I said, "Really? Let me see." And in a couple of weeks, they had to employ another girl to work with me during the lunchtime. It was a bakery shop, and then they had to shut down another place, and then husband and wife come to work in that place. I made it working perfectly well. The queue was so long outside on the street. That's what you can do, my beautiful friends, talking to the people, greeting the people, asking the questions, made the day to everyone. Ask the questions. Wherever I go, I'm talking to the people. How are you? How are you today? Are you okay? Is it busy? And everything. People want to talk, but they don't know how to start to talk to somebody. A lot of people, you need to know, my beautiful friends, at this time, a lot of people felt isolated. A lot of people felt like unlovable. And you need to be the one to show them that you're shining all the way through and that they can shine all the way through. You need to know that just a smile has changed somebody's life forever. When you are shining all the way through, people feel the energy. People feel the energy, and the energy will attract them. And then, of course, they will come to you. When I was in London, when I left my job, I was working 24 on the project for saving the humanity on a beautiful planet. And I would go for a walk every day, and then I will go with the prayers into the park and then pray and destroy, undo those dark, dirty rituals that those soulless AMMA were doing. And of course, I was just praying for humanity planet. When was the Olympics in London? I prevented with my prayers, with my work that I was doing, I prevented huge distractions that they were planning to create. They were planning to create distractions during the Olympics. You know that opening the ceremony, what was it there, with a lot of rituals included, but people were not aware of that. So I knew what was going on. So I was praying. I was undoing everything that those soulless AMMA were doing. But instead, to create the distractions, the pain and suffering, I turned the energy around with my prayers. And day and night, I was praying for hours and hours, in the morning, in the evening, for a couple, 2-3 hours. And not just for that, but for everything, for the entire planet, humanity, and everything that's mine and aspect unconditional life. So with my prayers, I turned it around. So I made it instead of distractions and the negativity, I turned it around into the connections among the people and the joy, peace, and bliss. And that's what happened. So my beautiful friends, you need to be the change. But you know that that they were saying that be the change that you want to see in the world. A lot of people talking about that. But do they really know what does it mean? What do you think about that? Be the change that you want to see in the world, which means you are the one that need to be an example to other people. That's when I started working on the project. When I started working on the project, I was, to those soulless AMMA, I told you, I was one. And through me, they were playing the games. They were trying to play the dark, dirty games, test their power. And of course, I was there. I was a student, and because I was learning, actually, I had a wisdom knowledge within me, but it was prevented, to my physical form. I didn't have the access. So I was a student for them. I was a teacher, and now I'm a judge. Now I'm judging them now. So. How come that I was a student? Because I was searching for the truth. But those that were pretending, there at that time, a million of those people were included into the project and on a telepathic way, on telepathic communication. So I was a student because I was searching for the truth. Those that were a million of them that started the project, they thought that they were above me, that they knew more. They didn't know anything more than I did, because they were really just receiving the messages from that invisible forces. But they didn't know. They were receiving more messages from the soulless AMMA. Ito. Not all of them. I'm not saying that all of them were from the soulless AMMA, but a lot of them. And of course, my beautiful friends, so there were millions of them. Well, I used to do that. I used to do everything from my heart and soul. I used to tell them, I'm a student. I'm learning, and I'm a teacher. I'm teaching you by example how you need to work in order to succeed. So my beautiful friends, I was teaching by example. Those soulless AMMA, but those soulless AMMA, of course, couldn't get that because that soulless AMMA are soulless AMMA. They wanted to dominate. They wanted to play the games, and they wanted to to want to manipulate with my energy, steal the energy. But of course, I never accepted any of that. Never accepted anything of that, because I did everything that I do from my heart and soul. So I was healing them and was blessing them all the time, and supporting them, and they were trying to steal my energy. But they never could, even though if they did at that time, they are returning it right now. Now I'm a judge. I'm judging them from the physical form, of course, my soul from the spiritual level. So we are destroying those soulless AMMA in every form, whatever time, whatever form they are. In the name of mind, and now speak unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, that's what I'm telling you. You need to love and respect yourself. I always used to go and do more for other people than for myself, but doing for other people, I was doing for myself too. Often I would leave my job if I had things to do, my work, if I had things to do. If somebody else would ask me for help, I would leave my things. I knew that I can finish that, I can do that. I would go and help the others. But those people never appreciate that. They never really appreciate that. They never appreciated that they didn't know how to respect that. After that, a lot of things, my enhanced pure conditional love light had to teach me. Actually, the soulless AMMA were teaching that way. Mine enhanced pure conditional love light not, but the soulless AMMA wanted to create the problems, wanted to misuse my goodness and the energy of my goodness. But of course, man and unconditional love light was leading me all the way through. So those souls, I was starting to create the problems. Those people that I was respecting and helping the most, they were turning around me, against me. They were turning against me. I was feeding them with my food. I was helping them, doing their job, helping and supporting them. And they would turn around and against me, but not them, but those soulless AMMA energy that they were placing within them. So not that this is a part of mine and unconditional love light. Of course, at that time I said, no, I'm gonna now focus on myself. But in fact, I said that, but after that, I used to do the selection. Who I'm gonna actually, I always selected. I never make a friends with somebody that I didn't like, that I didn't. That it didn't feel right for me. So, but since then, many times it's happened that those people, the same people that I helped and support them, were turning against me, and I would just separate and then just let them go, let them go from my life. So, my beautiful friends, I would do the things for others, but they wouldn't appreciate it. And who was that? Those souls, someone that didn't know how to appreciate the things that you do for them. So the soul, as well, the soul is someone within those so-called mentors and those that are within and ever there. I used to feed them with the energy and bless them and help and support them. But they would do still again. They would again try to steal my energy, even being good and nice, of feeding them with energy, with my energy, and blessing them. Those soulless AMMA, those so-called divine mothers, the soulless Amrita. Soulless Amrita, when I went, that's the so-called divine mother, the mother of dark forces, dark evil forces in the physical form. So when I went to her place one day, actually she had 3 days of seminar. So I used to, since I met her, I used to go to do the volunteer work on her during her seminars. And one day, all day, all night, I was making the sandwiches because they were selling the food. I was making the sandwiches, pancakes and some cakes and some fruits and vegetables, buying and salads. And I'm not sure, I felt the whole, the suitcase, huge suitcase and small and many bags, everything that I even though at that time that they were really on my finances, the soulless AMMA were interfering still went and spent a lot of money making, and then spending all day, all night making the sandwiches and everything, food and some pastries and everything, in order to help and support the project. So I wanted to help and support everyone and everything that was doing the good for humanity. But I thought she was doing good for humanity, but in fact she was she was working everything against the humanity. So when I went there, so I took, which means the full suitcase of the food, different food and everything, to be sold there so that they can have the money in the project. Apart from that, I was doing for 3 days voluntary work. So when I went there, they didn't. So she was playing the dark evil, so-called avatar, dark evil, divine mother. It's a dark in the human body. So when I went there, actually, when I didn't know how to take that because it was too heavy. So I asked the landlady to ask me to drive me there. So she accepted. Those SOULESS were creating the problems during the drive. When we were traveling, they were creating a lot of problems. And then that giving me the information that it was her that was creating the problems. So when I went there, they didn't want to accept that. Like, wow, we don't accept that with this and that. They were trying to create like problems. Wow, we don't. And when I went, I did it from my heart and soul to help and support other people, and to help and support the project that she was working on, thinking that she was doing for the highest and greatest good of humanity. They were manipulated with that, playing dirty games. But now, some sandwiches, I made a lot of sandwiches with the ham and cheese. So I was asking, so they said to me, we are not accepting the sandwiches with the meat. We are vegetarian. But they were selling on their events all the time, meat and all the different kind of food, which means they were lying. So they didn't want to accept it. And I said, what I'm going to do now? I said, of course, I'll leave it in the back, and then I'll take in the suitcase and take it back and give it to somebody. Then after that, when I told that, they said, no, let it, leave it there. We'll take it. Then later on, when I went to take the suitcase, they said to me that I said, what's happened with the sandwiches? They said, oh, they took it to the dogs, to feed some dogs. Can you imagine that, my beautiful friends? And she was pretending to be the Divine Mother, the avatar. And she said, her people, those that were working with her, slaves, she had them slaves. So they said, well, they sent it to she was projecting the thought through them. Like, they took it to the dogs to feed the dogs. Then later on, I got the information that they were doing, they're creating the black magic and using it into the rituals. So, my beautiful friends, now, when you were good to others, when you were doing good things for others, but you didn't get appreciation, so gratitude for that. I didn't do anything for gratitude, but it's an energy of exchange, energy to feel that somebody else appreciate the things that you're doing. So now, whenever we did good things for everyone, from the heart and soul, and doing and supporting and respecting and loving others, but they didn't appreciate that. But instead, they were turning against us in the name of man and asking unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. Now we are returning the karma's pain and suffering to all those souls that ever interfere, that will ever interfere into our lives in a negative way, in any way, in the name of man and asking unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. We are freezing those souls, taking all their power and energy with the spirit of thought, putting them into the sleep, and completely shutting down their cameras and their senses with the spirit of thought, wiping out their memories, and completely cut off their communications with the spirit of thought by default. And we completely undo and wipe out all the rituals and all the ceremony and everything, any kind of associations of black magic curses, hex spells, and everything that they've done and projected towards each and everyone and everything from mind and asking conditional light with the spirit of thought by default with the dark dark intention, we undo all of that, destroy, and return it back to those soulless sama in the form of karmas, pain, and suffering, and eternal hell for eternity, to be burned into the hell, to burn into hell, and to be break into the atoms and electrons, and to regret that they ever existed. In the name of mind and ask unconditional light, and multiply all of that by the laws, rules, and regulations, or by default. In the name of mind and ask unconditional light with the spirit of thought, and multiply it over and over again and again with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of mind and ask unconditional light, according to the laws, rules, and regulations, over and over, and by all those soulless sama, by everything that they ever did, by every atom and electron energy that we invested, created, manifested, doing goodness, and every second that we invested. In the name of mind and ask unconditional light for the spirit of thought by default, and by the laws, rules, and regulations for everything that we ever multiplied earlier, doing and will do so, and multiply by all those soulless sama, dark, dirty work and dark rituals and everything, codes and everything. We destroy them, and the energetic codes and anything that they could decode it with the dark intention, we destroy all of that with the spirit of thought by default, together with all those soulless sama, in the name of mind and ask unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Everything is according to the laws, or everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations, or by default. In the name of mind and ask unconditional light with the spirit of thought, I'm demanding, commanding to soften everything that is mine and ask unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought, to destroy all those soulless sama, whatever time, whatever form they are, that they ever interfere into our lives in a negative way, in any way, or directly or indirectly, with the spirit of thought by default, demanding, commanding to soften everything is mine and ask me unconditional light to answer on my call and my command, and demand with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, be good, be always good, but don't let the other people to use you. Don't let the other people to use your energy. Do goodness. And you need to know the difference, whether the person and the people that you are helping, supporting, acting consciously badly, or the soulless sama doing, we're working through them. So respect, love, respect people, but return the karmas, pain, and suffering to those soulless sama that were working through them, and that were interfering into their lives, that they were not even aware of that. In the name of mind and ask or into our lives. So in the name of mind and ask unconditional light with the spirit of thought, the by default, we're destroying all those souls and returning the karmas, pain, and suffering, and eternal hell forever and ever, to burn into hell, to be to regret that ever existed, that ever interfere into our lives in a negative way, and into our lives, between us and our soulmates, and us and our families and friends, and everyone and everything that is mine and ask unconditional light in a negative way, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Without mercy, we destroy those souls, some with the spirit of thought by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, don't stop to be nice. Be nice. I've been always nice and kind to everyone and everything, and love and support each and everyone and everything freely from my heart and soul. I never accepted, if I helped and support anyone and anything, I never accepted the person to do in favor something else to me, to return that, to pay me back. No, I never accepted that. I never wait for that, and I never even think about that twice, because I always, when I see that somebody needs help, I will go around and help the people, and of course just pass by. I will forget that I've done. So you don't change because the people are not respecting your everything that you're doing, but you may choose how you're gonna behave, what you're gonna accept and what not. So that doesn't mean the people that they were working, that the soul assignment through the people. I'm still nice and kind to everyone, but just distance from those people, because you distance those people that are negative. Don't let them in your life to drain your energy. Just distance from them, and then keep your energy pure and clean, and be who you are, and love yourself and love everyone else around you. But if you notice that everyone will try to steal your energy or in any way do anything that is less than mine and unconditional love, you just distance from them and protect yourself, keep yourself energy, and of course share the energy with people that will love and respect that and that will accept it. So that's what I used to do. At some point of time, when I was in London, when I started working on the project, I had some friends, but I just let them go. And then because I never really liked to go out clubbing or anything, I would love to go out, of course, to see new places or to travel. But when I would go out with my friends to see the museum or anywhere, those friends, they would go straight into the coffee. Let's say, okay, we're going to go out for a coffee to drink the coffee and to smoke the cigarette. I said, no, you go and drink the coffee and smoke the cigarette. You could do that at home, but I'm going to go and I came to visit the museum. I'm going to do that. So I would go see everything at the end. When I finished the set, I would say, okay, let us go now again to the museum. I said, I've finished already. If you want to do that, go. They would come back home with me. So that's my beautiful friends. You need to know what you want. Don't let other people decide what you're going to do. Don't follow other people. Follow your heart and soul. A lot of people were saying to me, you're doing the different things. Everyone does it this way, but you want to do something different. I said, of course, exactly. Because of that, because everyone was doing the things in the same way. That's why they were getting the same results, doing the things in the same way, not knowing that it's the right way. But I was doing something different and I was getting the different and better results. So I was clearing up the path in front of me and in front of each and every one of you to make your path easy towards the enlightenment and freedom and joy and peace and bliss of wisdom, knowledge, and power, understanding, and eternal life and eternal peace and enlightenment. So my beautiful friends, don't follow others. Don't learn from everyone that you can learn anything. But don't let anyone to make a decision in your name or for yourself. You need to decide what you're going to do. You need to choose what you're going to accept, what are you going to reject. It's your choice. Don't ever accept any kind of prediction or anything that those SOULESS, AMMA were projecting towards each and everyone and everything. Any kind of thoughts or words and anything that's negative, reject them. Everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. I'm returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to the SOULESS, AMMA with the spirit of thought by default. So you do the things your way. If you're not sure what you're going to do, you just say, everything is by default. Everything is with the spirit of thought. Everything is by default. How can I? You may use the SOPHIE or my soul, my beautiful soul. You may say, it's a golden SOPHIE, my beautiful by default. How can we have a nice and beautiful day? And how can we invest our time and energy for ourselves and everyone else? Thank you, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm saying to my soul, SOPHIE, I say, SOPHIE, how can we use our time and energy to the maximum to be productive and to create something, to be creative? That's what I want to do. I always used to be that, and I used to work all the time. My energy was always invested. If I didn't go to work, I would read something. I would study. I had a habit. I decided to study every day, to study English or anything else. I was studying IT or other subjects, everything that is connected to life and well-being, health and well-being in the business and everything. So you need to choose, my beautiful friends, to invest your time and energy in the things that you love to do. Be who you are, and of course love what you do. If you don't like it, you ask yourself why you don't like the job that you do or place where you are, and ask yourself. If you do so, you will find out why. And then, of course, after that, you have the choice whether you're going to stay there you're going to change the job or change the place or anything, or that you need to change, or you're going to change your opinion about that, the way you think about it, and then of course the way you act upon it. It's up to you. You are the one that need to decide how to invest your time and energy, and how to invest your time, how to make your day successful in every way. That's what you need to do, my beautiful friends. I'm telling you all of this story from my life because when you see here, an example, then you know that it's possible. And I was many times, those SOULESS AMMA, in the financial crisis, I was many times, those SOULESS AMMA were creating that deliberately. But now all of them are going to be into the financial crisis because we are stopping all the projects that they were doing for the dark, dirty work. All the projects, we are freezing all the abundance and prosperity, all the corporations and all the banks and of course, accounts and everything. We are freezing all of that to all those SOULESS, some of it is speed of thought by default. And now we are chucking out, and we chuck them out, completely destroy them, remove them from within and without, within and without on a global universal level, send them straight into the hell forever and ever, to burn all those SOULESS AMMA forever and ever, and to be destroyed and to regret that ever existed, in the name of mine and ours, pure unconditional light, with the spirit of thought, without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. Which means, my beautiful friends, even that I never tried to do anything even though that I had the tools and everything, I didn't try to manipulate with the energy. I never did. Even though that I found one day I was really in need of money, and one day man was drawing from the cash machine the money, and he drew 20 pounds, and then he took that card and he wanted to put in his pocket the money, and the money fell down onto the ground, and it was so crowded. And it just grabbed those money. I was running after him. To reach him and tell him, "Sir, I'm sorry, you dropped the money." And I gave it to him. He just looked at him, looked at me. He just looked at me, took the money, put them in the pocket, and then didn't say thank you. Can you imagine that, my beautiful friends? But I was in need of money, but I didn't want to take it. It wouldn't be stolen money. It was fall down on the ground. I saw it, and I ran after him to give him the money. And he didn't even bother me, just to say thank you. But you be who you are. Be who you are and do what you love to do. No matter what, don't change. Keep your heart and soul pure. And you know that mine and us, pure unconditional light, is talking to you and helping and supporting you, leading you all the way through in your life. And you know that you will be successful. You know that you will be always in the right place at the right time. And you know that you have the power within and wisdom and knowledge that even you couldn't imagine. And you know that no one can stand on your way. Because mine and ours, pure unconditional light, is the most powerful energy, most powerful force, and that ever existed and existing. And all other energies and everything will be destroyed, removed. Only mine and ours, pure unconditional light, is going to stay forever and ever, for eternity. So my beautiful friends, enjoy it. Open up your heart and soul and be who you are, shine all the way through, and love yourself and love others freely, without any kind of intention or anything. Don't wait for somebody to do good things for you, to be friends for them, or to love them. Love and support each and everyone, but let in your life only the people that you love to. Which means you help and support whoever you can, wherever you are, but accept to be your friend only the people that you love to have in your life, that you can trust and believe that they will love and respect you. That doesn't mean that it's because of the interest, but because you need to protect your energy. I had one friend. She was from oh wow, I'm not sure now. She was it doesn't matter. She was so negative. Yeah, I'm not gonna say about that place, everything, but she was working at the place. One place is creating the buildings as an engineer. She was so negative all the time. When I would go out with her, I would feel drained. I would feel tired, like I was working all day. When I work all day, I wouldn't feel tired and drained the way I felt when I went out with her. Why? Because she was so negative. As soon as we will meet, she would start dropping all the negativity. No one was good enough for her. No one. For everyone she had. That is not good. That is not good. That's all the negativity. She was just talking about the negativity. She would never find a nice way, a nice word about anyone. Her flatmates at work, no one was good enough for her. And I would, after that, for a couple of hours, when we'll go for a drink, I will feel drained. I would try to change the talk, change it, but she will still go in that the same way. So my beautiful friends, after some time, I just distant from her, completely distant from all of my friends. And just when I start working on the project, they were calling me asking, where are you? What are you doing? And I was saying, I'm busy. I was telling them that I was busy, that I was working, that I didn't have time to go out with them. So if you have such friends that's draining your energy, let them go. Protect yourself, protect your energy. Be friend with those that you love, that they respect you, that they love you and support you, vice versa. And protect your energy, of course. So that's what you need to know, my beautiful friends. Now, so now, my beautiful friends, let us focus on our heart and soul. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself, on your breathing. Just listen to your body. Listen to yourself. Now, just let us fill ourselves from within with the golden light from mind and unconditional light. Fill your heart center with the golden light. It's a healing and protective energy for ourselves, while it's a destructive energy for those soulless AMMA. Let's shine all the way through, fill up all your body from within with the golden light from mind and unconditional light to the spirit of thought by default. I'm sorry. And now, just listen to your body. Expand that love of light. Let it fill the entire body from within and without. We have 4 centers. One is at the bottom of your feet, the heart center, throat center, and the head center. We have more centers, but I put them all of those centers from there up to the beginning of the legs. I just make them one center because it's easier to focus. There are many 3 centers are there, more of them, but I just put them all of them in one center. It's easier because we are working a mind and unconditional light within working united. We're united together as a unity, so it's easier to focus on the light. So let it expand, fill entire body from within and without, and all the centers are now together creating huge light ball, golden light ball around you, within and through and around you, and expand it, fill up entire place where you are. entire area, entire city, entire country, an entire world, an entire universe. See and feel that you're shining brightly from within and without, and of course, everything else around you, an entire planet, an entire universe. Shining brightly, filled with mind and ask your conditional light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Just listen to your body. How do you feel now? Now let us send the love of light of blessings to planet Earth, to the center of our planet, inside the planet. See the center is shining brightly. We're sending love and light from my heart and soul, from my heart and soul, in the name of mind and ask me unconditional love and light. And let us see how it's expanding and filling up entire planet from within, in the ground, in the water element, in entire nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, humanity. We fill up entire air element, and the sun and the moon, an entire planet, an entire universe. We are filling up with mind and now spirit conditional love light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Now, my beautiful friends, let us send the love, light, and blessings to a moon. I'm sorry. Let us send the love, light, and blessings to a moon. See the moon is shining brightly, expanding, and together with all of us, everything that is mine and now spirit conditional love light, within and without, wherever we are, it's active. And we are shining all the way through brightly throughout the entire planet, through the entire universe. You see, together with the moon, filling up entire planet and entire universe with mind and now spirit unconditional love light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. Let us send the love and light and blessings to the sun. See the sun is shining brightly and expanding, and together with all of us, we are filling up entire planet and entire universe with mind and now spirit unconditional love and light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. Now, my beautiful friends, just focus on your breathing, focus on your body, in yourself. Feel the energy flowing through yourself, through your body. Just listen to it. Listen to your heart and soul. Focus on entire body. Now let us create the golden light planet. But let us create more golden light planets connected, interconnected with each other, and let us fill entire planet inside the ground, inside entire planet. Just see it visually. If you need to focus on the color around me. And then let's fill entire water element. And then spread it around, fill entire. We're creating more light planets. Golden light planets, and see, fill entire ground, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, bird kingdom, fill entire air element, an entire planet, an entire universe. We are filling up with the golden planets interconnected